years and I'm retiring. What does that say? You did a hard job.
Probably pretty full.
Good afternoon and welcome. So excited to see everyone here today on this beautiful Friday afternoon. We have a wonderful way to start our celebration today with a performance from our Vox Choir. Thank you, Mr. Ryder and the Vox Choir. What a great way to start our afternoon together. Let us begin with a moment of gratitude. Our heartfelt appreciation extends to our cooks who nourish our students with care, our bus drivers who ensure daily safe journeys, and our maintenance and custodial staff who diligently create a safe, secure, and welcoming learning environment. Gratitude also fills the air for our associates, whose unwavering support uplifts every student. To our secretaries, the unsung heroes who keep us organized and on track, our technology specialists, whose expertise and innovation empower our educational endeavors, To our nurses, whose compassion and empathetic caretaking ensure the health and well-being of our students, and to our steadfast business personnel, who make sure we all get paid, we extend our sincerest thanks. A special acknowledgement goes to our administrators, whose leadership guides us with wisdom and grace, and of course, our teachers, coaches, and counselors, the champions of our mission, who show up each day with dedication, igniting the spark of learning in every child they encounter. Together, our collective impact is nothing short of extraordinary. Let us celebrate not just this moment, but the profound journey of shaping the future through education. Thank you for your unwavering commitment and boundless inspiration. Please, everyone, give yourselves a round of applause. We're gathered here today to celebrate you all, to highlight those new to and retiring from the profession and everyone in between. Thank you to all of the people who have contributed to making today's celebration possible. Being an educator is one of the most dynamic and exciting professions out there. And as you know, there's never a dull moment. Every day brings new challenges, new opportunities, and new experiences that keep us on our toes and engaged in our work. Collectively, we are more than just educators. We are mentors, role models, and inspirations to countless students. We pour our hearts and souls into our work, dedicating long hours to lesson planning, grading papers, making phone calls, worrying about, and supporting students in every way. Thank you all for your dedication to creating a generation of young people who are confident, curious, courageous, and committed to making a difference in the world. As we begin to wind down the 23-24 school year, let me leave you with something my mentor shared with me in my first years of teaching that has stuck with me ever since. Good teachers are the ones who can challenge young minds without losing their own. All the best to each and every one of you as we finish the year on a positive note, celebrating you all and the impact you have and will continue to make. Now on to our recognitions. First up on our agenda is honoring our retiring teachers and staff. Our 13 retirees have a combined 241 years of serving students in FCSD. Words are insufficient to share our deep gratitude for your service to our students, to the district, and the community. At this time, I would ask our principals, our directors, our representatives from the FCEA who are introducing and acknowledging our retirees to please make their way to the stage. And what a great way to welcome Mrs. Martin to her first Teacher of the Year and Retiree Celebration by asking her to introduce and recognize our first retiree.
All right, so first up for us to honor today is Mr. Flattery. Mr. Flattery has served the Fairfield Community District and our community as a whole for a whopping 35 years. At both the middle school and high school as a health and PE teacher. Along with his teaching assignments, Mick has served as a coach in multiple sports, including boys and girls high school basketball for 34 years, including the honor of being the Basketball State Coach of the Year in 2004. Mr. Flattery also coached middle school football for over 20 years, and he is currently the boys high school golf coach, which is a role he has been in since 2002. He was the State Coach of the Year for golf in 2007. Mr. Flattery shared that his most meaningful and memorable experiences as a teacher have included building relationships with students, especially having the opportunity to see them as successful adults with jobs, families, and being grown up. Mick is also proud of having had the honor of taking multiple sports teams to state in basketball and golf. In his retirement, he is looking forward to spending time with his family, spending more time on the golf course, and working when he wants to. Finally, Mr. Flattery shared words of encouragement that are to embrace changes and to teach students with the mindset that every student has a chance to grow up. Thank you for your many years of dedicated service, Mr. Flattery, and enjoy your retirement.
Retirees, as you are introduced, we'd love for you to come down and receive your recognition. So, Mr. Flattery, come on down. He's at golf. Okay. Next.
All right, Mr. Huckey, come on up. Fred Huckey, 31 years, Fairfield High School English Language Arts and speech coach. Fred Huckey has been and continues to be one of the go-to educational leaders in the entire school district. His passion for all kids, sharp intellect, and the heart and soul for them and his colleagues will be dearly missed. Besides teaching English and speech, coaching the Fairfield High School small and large group speech team has always put Fred in touch with some of our best kids. He often said that coaching speech is what all teaching should be like. Kids show up because they want to be there and they're interested in what I know. They want to do creative things and they are eager to do both participate and contribute. Under Mr. Huckey's leadership, the Fairfield High School speech team won 2 Critic Choice performances, one in core reading and one in group mime. While this is a significant accomplishment, his greatest achievement was creating a home for all kids who need a place to feel encouraged and accepted. They don't have to be superstars, he said, but some of them get there. The best part is fostering a sense of family among the team members, some of whom may have had other reasons to interact up to this point. His advice to his colleagues is to be kind to yourself. Schedule your family time with as much importance as you give to work time. Teachers are usually the most kind and giving people and are often accused of being unfair or sharing some hidden agenda. I know you support each other and your students, but remember to make time to feed your soul. You earn that every day. Upon retirement, Fred said, "Everyone knows that the first thing I want to do is play more music. I'll be on the deck with my dog, at church in the praise band and choir. I may branch out to open mic nights. My wife and I would also like to travel. I would like to play my whistle in the most beautiful places that we visit. Someday, I'd like to play it on the Great Wall of China. We'll see. My deck is close and free, and I will be content there." Fred Huckey, thank you, sir.
Hey, Mom, it's your turn. That's what I said, too, when they suggested it. I was like, I'm not going to make it through this thing. Whew.
You'll be all right. You got a good coach.
So there are 4 questions that Mom was asked, and so I'm going to go through these questions one at a time. Don't start. We got to get through this, man. Okay, all right. So the first question Mom was asked, were there any other assignments or responsibilities that you were involved with at FHS? The 2 that Mom put down were helping out with the prom with Elks, because prior to the year of 2000, prom goers were actually never announced, and when they arrived from the prom parade, as a parent, Mom thought it would be nice to know who all the students were. So she actually contacted the Elks, who then was the host for all of the prom activities and the festivities there, and they loved the idea. So Mom then contacted Lee Muntz, who agreed to do all the announcing for that when they would come for the prom parade, and Lee and Mom sat together for the next 20 years announcing each person as they came through the prom parade. And I remember sitting next to Mom and freezing as a kid as they were going through this, because those were cold nights doing that. The second memory she has is for the Lions Spaghetti Supper and being an activities fundraiser. Diana Peck, Pam Mitchell, and Mom were part of the initial FHS staff who worked alongside the Lions Club to organize the first of many Lions Spaghetti Suppers. This annual community event raised thousands of dollars, which benefited the activities of FHS students. And Mom said that there wasn't really a particular subject or activity that really stood out during that time, but that she truly enjoyed her second high school experience. She appreciated working alongside some of the most outstanding teachers in the Fairfield Community School District here at FHS. The next question that Mom was asked was, what would be some of the most memorable or impactful experiences that she's ever had with students? And she said that she's always enjoyed being in the classroom with the students, interacting with them, and many times learning along beside them. It's been rewarding to watch them come in as young freshmen and seeing those same students mature into successful young adults as they prepare to leave FHS. I will share a quick anecdote that there was one time where I was with Mr. Courtwright's biology class when he was still teaching bio, and that was probably the most awkward experience of my time because Mom was an associate in the room, and that day, on one of those days in particular, my sister Sarah was the sub for him, and I wasn't sure how to actually address them as either do I call her Mrs. Adrian and Mom Mrs. Rebling? And so that was the most well-behaved I was ever in Mr. Courtwright's class. And you can ask him about it. I was there were good notes about me that day. The third question Mom was asked is, what message or wisdom would you like to leave with for colleagues? And she said to greet each day as a new opportunity to be the light in someone else's life. Whether it be a fellow colleague or a student, a smile and kind words go a long way. The last question Mom was asked is, are there any near future plans or something you're looking forward to upon retirement? And she said that she is looking forward to the concept of retirement, whatever that looks like. Things in her plans include traveling, time with family, babysitting Alex's kids, grandkid activities, babysitting Alex's kids, home and farm projects, and babysitting Alex's kids, and whatever else may come along that way, and babysitting Alex's kids. On May 29th, when she gets home, she looks forward to saying, "Hi, honey, I'm home forever." So, Mom, thank you for your years of being here at Fairfield. It's been a blast growing up as your son and being a part of all these things. So, I'm really looking forward to you babysitting my kids.
Mrs. Finney, do you want to come up? So I have the honor of recognizing Deb Finney, who teaches art at Penn's in Washington. Debbie first came to Penn's and FHS in the fall of 1995 as a student teacher and didn't want the time to end. After 3 years teaching at Fox Valley School District, she was excited to return here in the fall of 1999 to teach elementary art. She feels it has been a high privilege to be an art educator for FCSD for the past 25 years. Debbie and her husband live in Keosauqua. They have raised 2 daughters and are very proud grandparents of their grandson. Debbie is looking forward to painting, writing, and frequently traveling to Oregon to see her grandson. Debbie wants it to be known that she has enjoyed her time with FCSD, and she wishes you all the best. Congrats, Debbie.
Tina Breen. Tina has 23 years. Where are you, Tina? Come on up. 23 years as our district technology instructional support specialist, 39 years total in education. A colleague said, Mrs. Breen is a woman of great integrity, and the district has deeply benefited from her intellect and her work ethics. She's a consummate professional and is always willing to lend an expert helping hand in any situation, even those that fall outside of her job description. If she doesn't have the answer, she'll research it until she finds out. Other notable things: discussions about keyboarding for elementary students. Yes, kindergartners too. Finally, receiving the green light to implement the one-on-one computers in the district, and you were moved to tears. Some things other about Tina include the following: tackling the 21st century room with John Grunwald, admiring her willingness to dive into content curriculum to make certain the balance between technology and student content learning was viable. Tina found personal joy when working with both special education and ELL teachers and students. Everyone was always so appreciative. Her favorite activity outside of being a technology specialist has been to help Mr. Courtwright at the home track meets and cheering the Trojans on for so many years. A memorable experience over the past few years has been to implement the VR headsets in the classrooms. Tina said, "The younger students especially love the experience, and I get lots of hugs when it's VR week." Tina's message to her colleagues is, "I remember my first year of teaching as if it were yesterday." She says to enjoy the ride, which includes good times, good days, and some not so good. Before you blink, it all comes to an end. You make a difference in our students' lives, and I am honored to have worked with you, each and every one of you. She says upon retirement, she says, "Dan and I plan to travel coast to coast and do a little bit of golfing." Her motto, I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list." Tina, thank you for your many years of service.
Next up is Christy Lemansky. I knew she wouldn't show up, but I'm still gonna read about her. She's a stinker. So Christy has worked for FCSD for the past 22 years. She started as a library assistant at Lincoln and moved over to Pence when Lincoln closed. Christy is married to her husband, Ron, and they live outside of town. They have raised 4 kids, Cody, Caddy, Kara, and Kala. They are proud grandparents of 9 grandchildren. Christy stated the best part of her job is her colleagues, who she didn't want to join today. It brings her great joy to come to work with everyone, and that is her biggest downside of retiring. However, she is looking forward to retirement and being able to do whatever she wants to do. She can't wait to garden, go camping, build campfires, and just to be out in nature to hear the sounds. Congratulations to Christy, wherever she may be.
One of those unsung heroes, Stephanie Harward. Stephanie, 17 years as a Para Associate, probably one of the most reliable and dependable associate teachers and students Fairfield High School has ever had. Stephanie's greatest strength is her consummate care and attention to the learning needs of all of her students. She goes above and beyond to provide instructional support, and yes, she worries incessantly if she's done enough, even though she exceeded all expectations. One of Stephanie's assignments outside of being an associate, when she helped chaperone the Future Business Leaders of America with her daughter for 4 years. She said it was a wonderful experience, and I think I learned as much as the students. Some of those impactful things, she said, there's far too many to list. What I do love is when I'm at the store or around town, and students from the past come up to show me their own family. Her simple message or wisdom she'd like to leave with for her colleagues is simply, just keep caring for students. Her plans are also simple, but just as important, spending more time with my family and my friends. Stephanie Harward, thank you for your service.
Next up is Nancy Oliver. Is Nancy here? Oh, good, there she is. Nancy is also known as Superwoman and the woman who can do about anything at Pence, right there. So it's really sad to see Nancy retire. Nancy has been at Pence for the last 16 years. In those years, she has been a one-on-one associate for 9.5 of those years. She was a Pence librarian for 4.5 years and a long-term substitute special education teacher for the last 2 years. She got her substitute authorization in the summer of 2020 and started substituting that fall. Nancy is married to her husband, David. They have 3 daughters, 2 of which are married, and 1 granddaughter. Nancy's favorite part of working within the school district has been being involved in preparing students for Special Olympics and taking students to Camp Courageous. Nancy plans to continue substituting at Pence when she has time between visiting family and spending time with her granddaughter. She will also stay busy with cross-stitching, quilting, and other crafty things. Congratulations, Nancy.
Another great quiet hero that does her work and sometimes may not seem noticed, but Patty Small, custodian, 11 years throughout the district. She could not be here today, but she said some of the things that she enjoyed the most is watching the Fairfield High School sporting events. She appreciated it when students would say thank you for what she did. She enjoyed working in the same school as her own grandchildren. The best thing she's looking forward to is precisely that, spending time with her family. Patty Small.
Our next retiree being honored is Shirley Haynes. Shirley, if you'd come on down. Shirley has served as evening custodian at Washington Elementary for 10 years. At one time, this was a shared position, as she also cleaned the ACT and the bus barn. The hallways of Fairfield Community School District are very known to Shirley, as she also attended school here. Shirley has lived in Fairfield most of her life and has lots of family in the area, including her 3 sons. Some of Shirley's fondest memories in her position include when she had grandchildren and nieces and nephews in the building, and she became known to all students as either Grandma or Aunt Shirley. When I asked Shirley what her future plans were, she said, taking it one day at a time. Miss Shirley, you are loved and you will be greatly missed. Enjoy your retirement.
Next up is Christy Leisure. And I'm going to assume if Christy Lemansky didn't come, Christy Leisure didn't come. With that being said, I will continue to read. So Christy has been at Pence for the past 8 years as the head custodian. Christy and her husband live here in Fairfield with their dog Izzy and have raised their 3 boys, Jesse, Jake, and Jordan. They're proud grandparents of 3 grandchildren. Christy has enjoyed her time with all the kids at Pence. Her favorite time of the day is when kids are walking back to class from their pull-out groups, and they have to share what they have learned. She loves seeing their little faces light up when she tells them that she is proud of them. She strives every day to find something positive to encourage students to do better each and every day. Christy is looking forward to retirement and being able to spend more time with her grandbabies, create a bigger garden, and being able to go camping more. Congratulations, Christy.
So I get to speak today of Linda Kennedy. She's not here today, wasn't able to come, but Linda has been with Fairfield School District since 2016. Linda has worked in every building in the district for the food service program. She started out serving at Washington Elementary before they had a kitchen. when we were transporting food there from the middle school, and she was hand washing every tray every day. Then she moved on to the high school kitchen manager, where she served. And then when there was an opening at Pence Elementary, and as a kitchen manager, she made way for her second in command to take over her high school kitchen as manager. She then had the opportunity to serve at the middle school during COVID. Linda was the first person to call me when the governor shut down the school and crying, saying, "How are we going to feed our kids?" And she was there 2 days later when we started feeding our kids as they would come through the car line. In her years at Fairfield, she has served almost 700,000 meals. Linda has amazing strengths as a person, and she has been a huge asset to our food service team. Those who know her know she cares deeply for the students of our district. Her number one strength that I see is she's an arranger. She can always find the most efficient way to do something. When I have a crazy idea, she's right there to help and find how we can do it the fastest and most efficient way to feed our kids. Linda will be missed. I know she has lots of adventures planned, and I wish her the best in her retirement.
Last but certainly not least, Kathy Box. Come on up, lady. Yeah. 6 years as a pair associate, but that could easily be 60. I meant that positively. That sounded awful. Kathy, I love you. You know I meant that well. But truly, if it wasn't for her health, I think she would be here for many, many, many more years. She also is not only the kindest and most caring associate and colleague and friend that we could hope for, but she's also one of the toughest. This is a woman who had a tremendous health scare, had to have major surgery, and praise the Lord, it is benign. But she, instead of being out for weeks, was only out for a few days. Bruised, swollen, she was there. She says, I need to be here. And so that is an example of the dedication of Kathy Box. A colleague said, Kathy has a heart of gold and lets every student know it by hugging them, telling them good morning, and asking how their day is. She's also a sassy lady who is always up for some good fun. We'll miss her throwing paper airplanes, flinging rubber bands, and lowering people's chairs when they least expect it. Another colleague was asked, what comes to mind when you think of Kathy? Her glass is always half full. No matter the situation, she always looks on the bright side. She brings a smile to me every day. Some things that Kathy enjoyed the most was just working with her one-on-one through her lessons with her students, even at times folding towels, filling washer and dryers, and floated literally wherever we needed her. Another thing she excelled at was knowing all the students, not just the one that she was assigned to, and connecting with them when she was needed a substitute or be there for them. The best memories she had are laughing with students at lunch, and I can attest to that. You can hear across the entire lunchroom. Getting a nonverbal to show emotions and communicate, and laughing with them, and having them tell me I am silly. Her advice, get to know your students and develop relationships with them. Get to know your teammates, learn their names, what they like, and who are they working with. Have each other's back when one of you are struggling. Smile and laugh with each other. What is she looking forward to the most upon retirement? Not getting up early. Kathy, we love you. We pray for your continued healing, and thank you for your service.
What an inspiration to hear the lessons, the memories, and the legacy of 241 years of service to the Fairfield Community School District. Those retirees, if you could take one more minute to stand so that we can give you another warm round of applause. Let us now take a moment to recognize and honor our first-year teachers. I have a quote from Stephanie Rothstein's Because of a Teacher that resonates with my memories of my first year as an educator and all of those that have followed. As a first-year teacher, I wish I knew to ultimately accept myself, laugh, and take it as it comes. I wish I knew that asking for help shows vulnerability and strength and leads to connections. And I wish I knew to emotionally prepare my approach by listening to the ebb and flow playlist of a school year. Knowing these things will not stop you from experiencing challenges, but they will help you navigate and grow, which ultimately should be our goal for ourselves and our students anyway. In recognition of those new to teaching, please stand when your name is called. Claire Christensen, Maria Jimenez Garcia, Elizabeth Essig, Nicole Freeman, and Rusty Crabtree. In addition, if you are new to the district, your position, or your teaching assignment, please stand to be recognized for your perseverance in completing your first year in your current role. Congratulations to our newest educators and our educators on new journeys. All right, we've recognized the dedication and hard work of our retiring staff and warmly welcomed our new educators to the team. Now it's time to bid farewell to those moving on to new adventures. We want to express our appreciation for the contributions they have made to our school community and wish them all the best as they embark on new and exciting journeys. As your name is read, please stand to be recognized. Mindy Pomvisai, Deirdre Bacher, Brittany Metcalf, John Callahan, Nicole Freeman, Ashlyn Lingle-Jones, Chad LaRue, and Adi Pomvisai. In addition, please stand to be recognized if you have accepted a new assignment for next year or plan to embark on a journey outside of FCSD. Okay? Yay! I also want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for your support, your mentorship, and your friendship for the past 6 years of my own personal journey here in Fairfield Community School District. And although I will not be here to welcome in a new year next year, a part of me will always be a Trojan. I will carry the memories that we have made, the challenges that we have overcome, and the milestones that we have celebrated together with me in my future endeavors as well. Next up, please welcome Mr. Fred Huckey from the Friends of Education Committee to present the Friend of Education Award.
Okay. Each year, the Fairfield Community Education Association recognizes someone who has dedicated much of their time, talent, and resources to our students, staff, and schools. This year's recipient is a very prominent member of our community. Bankers sometimes get a bad rap. They can be portrayed in movies as evil and greedy, using their communities for personal gain. Our recipient is all the way at the other end of the scale. He gives back to the community selflessly, with a cheerful, friendly manner. He's been recognized as Businessman of the Year, but more importantly, as one of Fairfield's 2022 Citizens of the Year. Business teacher and FBLA sponsor William Glenn said, "Ron helps with FBLA all school year and has volunteered to speak in my business classes at the high school. I feel Ron is an excellent volunteer and a leader for our community. A leader for our community. A man who lives here and volunteers to work with high school students. I am proud to announce this year's FCEA Friend of Education is Midwest One Market President, Ron Haynes.
Thank you, Mr. Huckey, and congratulations to Ron on being a very deserving recipient of this year's award. To wrap up our celebration this afternoon, we would like to present our Teacher of the Year Award. The Fairfield Teacher of the Year Award is sponsored by Grow Fairfield, the Fairfield Manufacturers Association, and Agra Industrial Plastics. As in past years, this year's selection committee, with representatives from each organization, read each nomination and narrowed down the selection. Please welcome Ed Malloy, Executive Director of Grow Fairfield, and Chad Christensen here on behalf of the Fairfield Manufacturers Association and Agra Industrial Plastics.
All right. Good afternoon. I'll be brief because the Masters television tournament started about 2 o'clock, so I need to get home. As Stephanie said, I'm Chad Christensen. I'm representing the Fairfield Manufacturers Association. For those of you who don't know about our organization, we represent the manufacturers here locally in Fairfield and their employees. One of the things that we look at each year, and it's really important to us, is to support education. We do that through our fundraising and our membership. Along with supporting the Teacher of the Year, we do things such as support the Iowa College Foundation, FBLA, and also 2 scholarships at the end of the year that we present, which we're really proud of. I will say that teachers out here, you guys don't get recognized enough. Your work is difficult, it's hard, it often goes unrecognized. I know that as the husband of a former educator and the dad of a new educator. So thank you so much. Your dedication, your commitment to your students, to our community, make our companies better. So thank you, thank you, thank you. On behalf of the Manufacturers Association, I'd like to offer everybody a great end of the year and also a tremendous summer. So thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's really an honor to be a part of this. I've just been in the position for the past 4 months. It's great to be connected to Fairfield's economy and to the schools and education and that very important bridge that there is from the students that pass through here into our workforce and are the new business creators for the next generation. So it's really an honor to be a part of this. And also to listen to the stories of the great teachers who are retiring this year. Our heartfelt thanks from the community for all that you've given to our children over the years and to the school, to the legacy of the community and the school. We really, really appreciate it. I've been aware for quite some time that our organization is a part of this really great award recognizing one teacher for their extraordinary efforts in the classroom and in life and in the lives of all of the students here. And I have to say, there were some really great candidates, but it was a pretty easy choice. So I won't say who that is at this point in time, but as one of the panel of people making that choice, there's someone very deserving that's going to be receiving it this year. Thank you.
All right, so I've tried to write these clues very strategically to give everybody just a glimpse to try to narrow that down. So the 2024 Teacher of the Year embodies the essence of compassion and dedication. Known for their heart of gold, they tirelessly strive to ensure that every student feels valued, nurtured, and embraced within their care. This remarkable individual goes above and beyond to understand and meet the unique needs of each student they encounter. Their presence is a living testament to the virtues of empathy, love, patience, and unwavering compassion, inspiring both colleagues and students alike. The 2024 Teacher of the Year has strong communication skills they use with not only students and their families, but also with their department and extracurricular and community events. He is a valued contributor to all groups he participates in. Since beginning his career in the fall of 1993, the 2024 Teacher of the Year has demonstrated mastery in the classroom, particularly in the art of patience. Recognizing the individual challenges each student faces, he exhibits a remarkable blend of patience and high expectations, nurturing a profound connection with his students. His exemplary conduct serves as a guiding light, illustrating to students the importance of patience and persistence. Moreover, the Teacher of the Year acknowledges the complexity inherent in his high school students' understanding that they frequently contend with challenges beyond the classroom's confines. Great learning takes place when you have a great teacher that makes connections and builds relationships with their students. A few key remarks from those nominating this year's recipient include: he makes every student feel included, especially the ones who often get overlooked. He has changed so many peers' lives for the better. He made classes fun and creative, leading to lifelong learning. He's a really cool person. And no one sings "We Will Rock You" with as much enthusiasm and joy as the 2024 Teacher of the Year, Mr. Fred Huckey.
You really want to give the speech teacher the mic? Oh man, the greatest parting gift ever. So I assume some of you are familiar with Harry Potter and the four houses of magic there. This is my Hufflepuff tie. It's significant because if you're in House Slytherin, you know how to get your way. If you're in House Gryffindor, you're honorable and steadfast. And if you're in Ravenclaw, you're one of the smartest. Everybody else goes here. These are my people. And I am so proud to have served among all of you, the people who make every student feel respected, included, valued, and loved. I got nothing else. I thank you so much.
All right, well, in closing, thank you all so much for being here. We've got cake to celebrate on your way out. Make sure you get an opportunity to take some pictures with those retirees, and of course, our Teacher of the Year, Mr. Huckey, and all the best to each and every one of you as we finish the year on a positive note in these last few weeks of the school year. So, go Trojans!
Give you a hug.